Hello guys, welcome back to another Gold Rush the game. Oh my god, start of the stream already messed up. Gold Rush the game live stream. Good to be back. Now, in between streams, bear with me sorting out some windows here. There we go. Need to keep track of my bit rate and so on. In between streams, I tidied things up a little bit. So now having a mobile generator to power these two. But it also powers an electric pump. An electric pump just so that all I have to do is keep that one filled up. And it's only going to be turned on when I'm processing here. Now, I've got this hose going all the way down here, and that will change. At the moment, it's just a temporary measure whilst I have little money. But I want to talk to you guys. I just want to let you guys know about something. If you didn't know and you are getting into the game, or if you've been playing the game for a while and you wasn't aware, I jumped out onto tier 2 here, the mobile wash plant, like really early on, as soon as I could, basically, as soon as I had enough gold to start going on it. Thing is, I have been known just on my own. I love doing it, just digging away at this entire section, clear the whole thing out. Basically, you know the nuggets you get at the beginning. Well, you keep getting them in this area here until you get roughly about 32 ounces worth of gold. And if you don't want to dig out the whole thing, you can do it till then. If you don't want to wait, dig out the whole thing, just do it till then go out there, because once it's finished giving you the nuggets, the lucky nuggets from here, it will then start giving you the next thing, which is the mobile wash plant. So you can maximize your profits using them. But by clearing out this whole thing, you can get well over 100 ounces of gold just from cleaning the gold, not from the nuggets. So, you know, well over 100 ounces of gold. The less dirt that's in here, like when you get to the last little bit, it starts giving you like 7-ounce buckets from the mats here. It's really good. But like I said, I didn't want us to do that with you guys, because quite honestly, that's all the last stream would have been, and this one, and maybe even the next one. It takes about, I don't know, 6 to 9 hours, depending on how good you are and how quick and how focused, and you know, all that sort of stuff. Right, so damn it, I'm going to go all the way back down here and turn on the pump that I've got down here. So I'm not going to stay with this. Once I've got the money, I want to buy a large mobile water tank so that we can have a fully mobile setup for a while. I'm not going to rush my way into this, into the big wash plant here. What I'm going to do is I want to try and buy the claim before I get the big wash plant. You tend to lose a lot of gold trying to advance too far too quick, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to lose sight of what I'm trying to do by trying to rush things, you know. So I hope you guys liked. Oh, it's water. I was wondering what that was on top there. Hope you guys liked the last stream / episode, depending on where you viewed it. I really like this game. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy these slow-paced games. It's like I said last time. It's like playing Minecraft. You just go mining for hours. You slowly see the difference that you're making. So I've been thinking about what I want to do in terms of what I'm digging out, where I'm digging out, until I can get things going a lot more. I still haven't decided if I'm digging out the whole claim, but what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to start working my way down that way. I want to get a big sort of, I don't know, 2 square size trench dug out all the way around the outside of the claim. And then when we get the better stuff, just work my way inwards. So that in mind, I'm going to reposition this excavator. Because I'm not getting anywhere if I don't move it. It's so small, this one as well. There. At least here we've got a little bit of room to dig. So that's what we're going to be doing. So, how are you guys doing? Got a few people watching. Hopefully they'll start chatting soon. See if I can get a good angle for this. I'm not very good with this kind of view. I don't do it a lot. So I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone here. I don't know if I'm going to end up losing gold, but this is why I've got the digger helper switched on. Hopefully, oh, you can see where I'm really jerky with it. Let me see. Use my mouse here to scroll out. God, the reverse view. Oh dear. So it can go horribly wrong for me. But you've got a better idea of certain aspects if you're using this view. Oh yeah, I know you can rent a drilling rig, Daddy. I've got one in one of my other saves. I've drilled out this whole claim. But well, it's don't get me wrong. I know that some areas of this map are really bad, but I hate this view so much. But everywhere on this gold, I know everywhere on this map has gold. I am aware of that fact. And I still haven't decided if I'm mining out the whole thing or not yet. So what I want to do is just get the outer edges sort of done. That way, whatever direction I decide to dig from, I've got places I can put like mobile lights and stuff. But thank you for the tip. I rented a drill in that particular save I'm on about, and I just drilled out everything, bar I think about 15 to 20 spots, like the ones right on the outside edge you can't drill properly. But if I do drilling, I mean, I'll show a little bit in stream, but the rest I might just do once I've got the money to be able to do it in between streams without having to worry about digging or anything. Then I'll do it then. Just something I don't think people want to see, like a constant just drilling out everything. It's weird, I can't see the bucket when I'm what's in the bucket from this angle. Right, if I go like that, you can see it's a full bucket. There we go, like you can see it's full now. If I zoom out, it's gone. So I'm going to have to do it from that perspective. Oh, so uncoordinated. Let me try it like this. Maybe this will be better. I was just trying to find an angle that isn't just this. This is my preference, so I'm a lot faster, I'm a lot smoother, as you can see. but it's a bit of a boring angle for people watching, you know. What if I did it like this, maybe? Try this one out. I can just about make out the bucket percentages from here. If this was like a leaderboard thing, then I would definitely go ahead and just drill certain areas, try and find a good spot to start getting going on. Oh, excuse me. Ah, kind of clamped down on my teeth with that one. With that little sneeze. So yeah, if you're on the leaderboard, and that's actually my most recent one where I've dug out the whole of the hog pan area. I decided I didn't want to do the leaderboard straight off the bat. You know, I work like 30 plus hours a week, full-time single parent. My daughter's like almost 15 now. So I'm not much competition for the top leaders. So I do it A, to see how far I can get, and B, like versus others, and B, like what I'm actually capable of, kind of thing. And I thought this time round I've left it until, let's have a look, January 14th, and the leaderboard ends on the 13th of February. So I've given myself a month to see how far I can get. So I want to see like what sort of things I can accomplish in a month. And I did. I sat there and I dug out the whole hog pan. It took me about 9 hours worth of gameplay to do. Maybe 8. Of real life time, I mean. But I enjoyed it. I just sat there, you know, watching YouTube videos on my secondary monitor whilst I sat there digging away, and I come away with in total between 100 and 160 ounces worth of gold between what I dug up and what I got in nuggets. If you guys like seeing this a lot or enough, I watched a guy, and earlier he somehow managed to get the small excavator in the hand dig area and cleaned it out. I've managed to reach in with the large excavator, not cleaned it out, but I've managed to reach in there before and get some out. It was glitchy as hell. It was a good few updates ago. I mean, probably like months ago. But you know, I've managed it. I just wanted to see if I could, to be honest. Don't even remember what the gold was out of it. But on that, you know, that particular save that I'm on about, where I drilled everything out, I have managed to dig out the whole claim up to, if you look, right, so the bottom of the tooth of the top bucket on the right there, that's about how far backwards I've gone. So I'm not too far in total from reaching the end of the claim if I sit there and put in the time. The guy I've been watching recently with these videos, I mean, you kind of chop and change with who you like to watch, don't you? And the guy I've been watching recently is called Split Into. I don't mind mentioning him. You know, it's not as if I'm a popular rival of his or anything. So I'm not. It doesn't matter if people decide, you know what, I'm going to watch him instead. To be honest, he's pretty good at what he does. And if it weren't for him, I wouldn't sit there and have dug out the whole of that claim. It was him that put me on to how much gold you can actually get out of it. But what's your... Do you know... I've been thinking about other stuff they could add, and I don't know if they're going to add anything else or not. But wouldn't it be cool? Do you watch? If you watch the show, you'll know what I'm on about. But it'd be cool if they could make certain parts of the wash plant interchangeable, the way they have with broken parts. It's like you could add on the what's it called? The sluice boxes, the ones that lead into the jigs. Instead of the grills, they could add in. We could take out the grills and put in hydraulic riffles, which of course would use up more water. So if you're using water pressure, there's an issue there. But obviously, they'd have to make them, I don't know, more expensive or easily breakable, or to balance it out, of course. But you get more gold as a result. Just little things like that. I think it would be a nice little addition. 70 odd %, 74 I think that says. I mean, they're definitely not making this multiplayer, and I didn't expect them to. I know there is a gold game currently in development. I don't exactly know. There's a Kickstarter for it, but that's all I know. There's some basic models that they've put out to say, hey, look, people, this is what we want. I don't know if they're actually going to complete it or not. It's going to take a long time, a couple of years at least. But if it is done, there's a lot of different digging options, and it's going to be multiplayer. So I hope that maybe it might actually start showing some progress. I can't remember what it's called offhand. I wouldn't mind. Could you imagine if these guys, this particular game's ones, if they made like a water area to dig out, so we could get a dredge and upgrade a dredge? I think that would be cool as well. That'd be really good. Play for hours with that. I mean, there is an obvious downside. Like me, I really like seeing the progress I've made. But if you're digging underwater, you don't get that. You can't see, because of the water, you can't see the progress you've made. And for that reason, I'm glad that they haven't added in tailings to this as well. Otherwise, I'll just be filling in what I'm digging out as I'm digging it out. Right, I need to jump into this view for a minute. I need to actually make sure what I'm getting here. So I'm just leaving random spikes of dirt. So, if I remember rightly, our test bucket was actually pretty good for this. It was like 6 ounces. So I'll go and find out in a minute. Just double check that. Oh, there's a bit of a bounce around. 92. We definitely need the big excavator. What was it, 400? 400 bucket? Something like that. You think tailing should be? I think the problem is, right, and don't get me wrong, it's a nice idea. I'm not saying it's not. With the, like I said, I like the ability to see the claim slowly disappear, you know. So I like that. That's a down point for me if they added tailings. It would be a nice, like you said, authentic touch. I agree with you on that point. But another downside to it with this game would probably mean they would have to rehaul the whole thing. I mean, the more you add into this game and the more you dig out, the worse the frame rate gets. And if they added tailings into that, because of the random piles it would all make, the frame rate would only get worse, I think, personally. So they'd need to do a complete overhaul of the game first before anything like that could be an option. Excuse me. That sneeze seemed to have given me like an insta blocked nose. So I apologise for the nasal sound of my talking. Just gotta give our test bucket a little whirl. So I'm thinking the first thing we need to buy would be, see, I'm torn. On one hand, we've got the water system, you know, get a shorter water system, a mobile water tank, a way to fit it up. But on the other hand, I really want the bigger, better excavator. So I'm not sure which way I need to go yet. I can't even remember if I've got a loan. Why? Oh, I know what's wrong. This is why this is why I normally do the little fiddly stuff with the keyboard and mouse. The dead zone on the control pad. Yes, yes. See, that's a pretty decent bucket for this. See, Todd. Oh, damn it! I've completely forgotten what that actually is. You followed me. Okay, it says on there. Okay, perfect. I set up Streamlabs stuff, and it's been a long time since I did some decent sort of amount of streaming, so I've forgotten what each noise meant. Thank you very, very much for the follow, Daddy Chop Chop. I was gonna. It seems kind of wrong calling you Daddy, so I'm just gonna call you Chop Chop. Hope you don't mind. But yes, seeing Todd Hoffman come up and have a go at you because you're not finding the gold, that would be funny. Especially if it was like, say you don't have enough to rent a drill, right? You have a Todd Hoffman standing here, over there somewhere, looking at your claim, and you're like, okay, Todd, where shall I dig? And you have a little pray with him, and then he'll find a spot, and you start digging, and there's nothing there, and then he'll have a go at you for it. You're too old to call you Chop Chop. Thank you very much for not putting me in an awkward position there. I mean, don't get me wrong, what I'm doing right now is basically the Todd Hoffman method. Just digging and hoping. Because I think the good gold patches are randomized, aren't they? I swear they are. See, now Parker could run up to you randomly and say, you're not working fast enough, get this whole claim dug out in 2 weeks. But that's not possible. I don't care, I want it done. And I forgot this. This is why we need the mobile water tank. And now I'm in the hole. Who's your favourite character other than Tony Beats? Like, don't include like one of the mains, like not Tony, not Parker, not Todd. Who's your favourite out of all the additional crew members? Shut it down. Everyone meet me at the plant now. Oh, he just didn't have a clue, did he? He just didn't have a clue. I thought I started it up. I didn't. I'm wasting. See, now I'm definitely in the Todd method. I keep forgetting to do stuff. There's my ripcord. There it is. Personally, I think my favourite, who wasn't like a main claim person, one of the extra crews, I can't remember. I think it was Chris. He was Parker's gold cleaner. The one who always has a cigar hanging out his mouth. Well, that light placement failed miserably. Oh God, jeez. Can we place it outside? We can. A bit dodgy, but we can do it. No. Stop falling. Stay standing. Something tells me this is not going to work very well. Oh, hold on. We got it. Yes. Yeah, so I swear his name was Chris. I mean, it was a shame that he got demoted to gold just because, to the gold counting, just because his back problems. I mean, there's someone else. Mine probably aren't anywhere near as bad as his still, but I've suffered with back issues for a while. And it's sad when I know what it's like when you see everyone being able to do stuff that you're not quite able to. So I know that aspect very well. And it was a shame when I saw that. I mean, don't get me wrong, he cleans out gold real good. But yeah, no, I just don't think it was entirely fair. I mean, it was great for Parker to keep him on. Turns out, you know, I can't drive a rock truck anymore. It's going to be too bad for me now. Anyone else? You know what? I'm sorry, I can't keep you on if you can't be productive enough. You know, maybe it was because he was a fan favourite. I'm not sure. Do you know? I've just started watching Whitewater. I don't know why I've left it so long to start watching it, but I have just started Whitewater, and it was funny as hell. In episode 1, spoiler alert if you've not seen it, but in episode 1, they had to go to Todd Hoffman, the guy who they screwed over, to ask him for a loan to get started because the water washed away their equipment before they even got to do anything with it. You like Dave Turin? I'm trying to remember. I know the name. I'm trying to link him to a face. Do you know? I'll tell you who I didn't like. Gene. I could not get along with Gene in that at all. And I can't remember. I don't know his name, but Parker's friend, who he brought on as a mechanic, and he was like a yes man, but he kept screwing everything up. Oh yes, the quarryman. Yes, professional quarry digger. He was brought in to help the Hoffmans. Yes, I know who you mean. Because his dad didn't like the idea that he was putting money into it. That's right. I'm hoping the delay isn't that big. Quality should be alright. I've got excellent bit rate. Is this view alright for somebody who's watching? The excavator view. It's nice that I'm still finding nuggets, but because I didn't dig out all the claim, I think they're not growing the way they should do, growing in size. Did you know Rick Ness and I've forgotten his name. The guy who is the wash plant expert, Freddie Dodge. I think it's those two actually have a mine together. I swear it's those two. I real loved his character when in season Todd said we only got one dozer and I'm taking it. So when Todd was asleep, he went and nicked it for Indian River. Todd woke up to get it back and Dave said, I'm not getting out, so deal with it. Yeah. I mean, you have to bear with me in some of the stuff because I sat there and I binge watched all of the mainstream Gold Rush in like 4 weeks, something like that. The one I didn't like, the season I couldn't stand, was Todd and crew digging their diamonds. I didn't like that tropical area. And you binge watch it too. My favourite thing was to sit here playing Gold Rush whilst I was watching Gold Rush. I mean, I had about 400 to 500 hours in this game before I even watched an episode. So I loved the game before I watched the TV show, and I'm really happy that I did it that way around. Don't get me wrong, this is a great game, but compared to the show, but it's not, obviously doesn't compete. So the show was better, and I'm still hyped. Still really enjoying playing this. If I'd done it the other way around, I would have gotten the game. It wouldn't have been as good as the show, or it would have been a letdown. You know. But I think the problem with that is, there's actually like, I lost a lot of dirt there. There's actually not a lot of footage available to air per episode. If you think about it, all we see is arguments and breakdowns and gold cleanups, right? That's not going to happen 24/7. Otherwise, all they've got clips of is digging. So they've got crews probably everywhere. How can you watch it whilst digging? You will miss the washer. I've got a dual monitor set up. Like right now, I'm kind of flicking my eyes between the two. You're chatting to me on my second monitor. So, obviously being in the streams, you may not need to, but I plan to make this, hopefully try and do this as a regular thing for streaming, and then send it to my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in wanting to look at the videos when they're on the YouTube channel as well, there's a link in the description. It'll be the Indie Ninja one, the Indie Ninja Gaming. I haven't posted anything to the Minecraft one in a long time. So I think I will go for the the mobile wash plant next. The mobile water tank next, and a large. Let's go for the diesel-powered water pump. The electric one's handy to have, but it breaks down a lot faster. And I'm only want it on when I'm filling up the water thing, so the water tank. I mean, ideally I'd like two, so I can fill one up whilst I'm using the other. Okay, I'll try and change it up. I apologise. It's just in the dark. I know what it's like being car sick. I get that IRL. So I'll try and stick out of it if I can. It's just not very easy to see. like when it's like this. And I can't seem to do very well with the reverse digging, like if I were to turn the camera 180. 94%. Oh, come on. See, my depth perception is off with a complete top-down view. But here I can't see how deep I'm digging, or you know, if I'm digging from the wrong part, because it will obviously be destroying the floor, like the top part of the soil. It's weird. I mean, some games in my VR I can't handle at all, whereas others, like the first time I tried Minecraft on my Oculus, I took 2 steps forward and had to rip the helmet off my head. I could not deal with it. But there are other games, like I've got one called Dead Hungry, where you're in a burger van and you've got to just cook up burgers and stuff and feed them to zombies to turn them back into human. Try the side view. And when you're in the main menu, you're in the van, but the van's moving. And I can stick my head out of the van and it's absolutely fine. I don't feel motion sick at all. Some games I do, some games I don't. It's just weird. And my system needs an upgrade. I need my CPU and my motherboard need to be upgraded for a lot of some VR games. Because otherwise it's just really laggy. So in VR you move like that, and so if you look right, it's like you're looking right IRL. But there are times when I would look right and I'm still at the same view as I was before I started turning my head. That is when it's just nope. I mean, I honestly tried to record some videos on some of the games that do run slightly smoothly for me. But my PC can't handle recording it and playing it together. It's just too bad of quality. It's a shame because I've got a really decent... my graphics card's fine. Most of my PC is fine. I just know that my CPU isn't. To upgrade my CPU, I need to upgrade my motherboard because I'm on the top end of the AM3 sockets now. I need an AM4. So whereabouts are you from then, Chop Chop? Oh, so you're a fellow Brit then. Nice. So normally, if you're interested, if I'm going to live stream, I do try and give a heads up in the previous stream, like what might be an ideal time for the next one, like what day it will be. But normally I tend to start streaming about 8:30, give or take half an hour. That's not just me, is it? I've lost a tooth. No, it's there. So I'm in 1066 country myself. Southeast coast. Right, so all the teeth are there and intact. Okay. But then when I'm that far out, you can clearly see. Look, I'm missing one. Yep. When I used to live Crystal Palace, if you know the area. About 100 miles away from where I am now. Moved down here back in mid-90s. Oh, we are out of power. And we're going to need to fuel up as well, our truck. Our excavator, rather. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So how old's your son, if you don't mind me asking? My daughter, she's just over a month away from 15. Where's my pickup truck? Oh, I know it does, but this is literally, if you look, I haven't even completed my first day in game. I dug out the first couple of pans in the hog pan area, and then I moved out just for the sake of viewers. You know, once I've gotten known as somebody who plays this, I might, you know, just do those long streams, just digging things out and taking it slow. I kind of started it off in a episode kind of format while streaming. Oh, okay. He's he's only a little bit younger than I am then. I don't know why I expected him to be younger. Hey Takfu, welcome back. How you doing? I mean, to be honest with you, I've gotten much more done in my 1 month to see how far I get on the leaderboard game. And I've set it up a lot better as well. I'm just gonna quickly roll a cigarette. Let me light things up for you though. I mean, I know this is going to be a hard game for a lot of people to sit here and watch, of it, if like unedited footage, and the reason for that is obvious. It's just the same stuff over and over. One of the reasons why I wanted it done is I need a push. You see, I have never actually gone to a different claim. I have them all unlocked. I've got the Frankenstein DLC and all that. But whenever I get to almost to a certain point or just past a certain point, I think of another way that I'd like to get it done. And I tend to move on with that. So I need that push to say, you know what, yes, let's go, let's get this new claim. Oh, damn it. You know what I forgot to do? You know what? Sod walking to town to buy a battery or a can of diesel. This right here is my walk of shame. This is why I need that mobile one. I mean, once midnight hits, we can probably go ahead and buy it. I can never find... See, there, that button disappearing throws me off. I'm trying to find the ripcord because I find the button, you know, it's right next to the button. And it throws me off every single time. No, not you. In fact, let's move you to there so I don't do that often. I'll wait until I clean that bucket out. Let's get a few of them together. Alright, so I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Super sensitive mouse, sorry. Alright, let's try that. Oh, okay. I need to see the wash plant properly. Oh, what one was that? What one? It was either Parker or it was Hoffman. I can't remember which one. Because somebody didn't go around and fuel everything like they were meant to. And if I remember rightly, it was the pump. The water pump ran out of fuel on that episode. Oh, damn it. Really? Come on. Actually give me something that I'm digging, please. There we go. I'll tell you what I do. Only because this is like, I haven't actually gotten that far. I mean, I haven't even hit midnight on my first day in game. So I just haven't had the money to buy the mobile tank yet, because I got out of the hog pan area quite quickly on this one. I didn't sit there and dig it out. No, what you need is a t-shirt saying not just shut it down, but there's no pay, shut it down. See, on my other save, like I say, I'm probably just slightly ahead in terms of equipment. I've got the water tank. I've got one mobile wash plant. I've just bought on it actually a large diesel pump. I've got the mobile water tank is what I meant. I've got one of these. I've got the wash plant. I've got one small excavator. So it's mostly the same, but just a bit more organised on it. I spent a bit more time methodically going through everything in the hog pan area, and I'm much better off for it. Of course, being a leaderboard save, I don't have the digger helper on. It's the only difference, I think, between here and there. That and my start location. Though I'm going for the same method, I want to dig out around the outside edge. It's not something I've tried before, and if I'm playing that one more than this one, it's a good little test, you know. Nice little 4-ounce nugget. It's almost a bucket's worth right there. I mean, as active live viewers, if you'd prefer me to play the other save, that would be... Whilst we're early game, I don't mind switching it out. I mean, I've shown people how to get the quick way to here. And either way, it's going to be the slow methodic digging at this point. Except you get to see the competition side of things. Like I said, not that I'm competition for the leaders, just to see how I'm doing. They need better music for during the night. For the night shift. So, pray to the devil is what you're saying. The best way to start is the opposite of Todd Hoffman. Pray to the devil, yeah? Or don't sell your aeroplane business. I mean, think about it, right? If he right, so his business was failing, yeah? He had a small airport and all that, him and his dad, and it was failing. So they sold it for over $1 million to get started, right? Why couldn't they, instead of airplanes, invest in helicopters to help ship out equipment to the gold miners? You know? Here we go. Alright, let's go see what we can do to help our situation here. I mean, a lot of people focus on the fact that he's a dreamer and all that, but lots of people tend to forget what he was doing originally, which was, you know, he had a company of his own, didn't he? You'll probably see a lot of story indicators down here. I haven't collected any of these ones yet. Yeah, no, he was. I mean, dumb as hell when it came to organising everything. But yeah, no, he had his moments. I haven't even got a magnetite trailer yet, so no upgrades yet. Instead, I'm going to hang off a sign. Oh, come on, why aren't you working? Have they updated it? You don't clip on the sign and stick there anymore. Oh. That was my favourite pastime. Either that, whilst I was waiting for bars, either that or trying to jump up on the roof. And you can't even stick to that anymore. They really have changed things. They didn't even mention that in the patch notes. Kick over his bike. Let's see if I can make it in here again. I've done it before. It's amazing what you try and do when you're bored and waiting for your gold to smelt. I love it. Early game, you're like, oh my god, I just got this nugget, and then this bar of gold, you know, max size I can get to start with. And look how pathetic that looks. You blink and you miss it. Oh, so annoying. Have you ever dropped a bar on here and spent ages trying to find it? The colouring is just, oh god. No, look. Yeah. It's only just because of the shadows. You know who I think the best gold digger is in the... Careful, you might end up getting... It looks like a phone. You might end up getting... Mike Myers on the other end. I like gold. But no, you know who I think the best gold digger was in Gold Rush, don't you? Parker's girlfriend. Do I have a loan? I don't. Fantastic. I didn't think to check that when we got the... Oh, so that's not too bad. That could be worse. Turn and forwards. Yeah, no, his little Aussie, best gold digger around. You got to give him props though. Parker didn't really mope around after that, did he? Save. There we go. So, 8 grand for you. 8 grand for you. So that's what, 16, 17 grand. Gonna need 2 of these. No wires needed. I will need a water splitter. Because that doesn't have, even though that is the same model as that, it doesn't have the small hose connectors, which is really stupid. Okay guys, here's something I've not tried before. Does this have hooks on it so it can be lifted rather than towed? Because you can't tell on these models. So anything else I want right now? I mean, we're going to have to make 2 trips as it is. I can't fit another trailer in. And we haven't got that much magnetite right now anyway. We don't think so. Oh, that's a shame, because it'll be a lot easier putting it in position using the chains. And you could keep them on there most of the time as well. Just unhook them from the excavator. 17 grand. Leave us with a little bit of change. Buy one of them, ready for when we need it. Couple of hydraulic hoses, just so we don't have to keep coming back and forth when we need to. Oh, I hate the rollers so much. I hate them so much. I think that's stupid. You can't put one of them. You haven't got an option for one of them on the big hose for that. So this tank is going to be full of fish. Full of fish. I think that's it for now. Uh, 14,000. But the thing is, though, that engine dies on you a lot. It's very, very... It breaks very often. So it costs an extra... 6 grand to buy it. It runs easier. Don't get me wrong. We've got to do you spend less fuel probably than running it by a generator. However, you spend a lot more on the engines. It's worth it in fuel consumption, but not when it comes to the engines. When it comes to the engines, you just like, unless you've got 3 mechanics working on your claim, you're just wasting so much money replacing them. Let's see how much water costs are at the moment. Like, rather than sit there filling it up to begin with, let's see how much it will cost just to fill it up, even if it's just a little bit. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was expecting like 10 grand, maybe more. 6 cents per gallon. I'm happy with that. Is that hooked up? No, it is. Okay. Yeah. Oh, the sound level's good, by the way, because I adjusted them. I adjusted them for my out of stream play, and I think I put them back in the right place. Have you ever tried to get one of those mobile light trailers underneath that thing? Oh, that's horrendous trying to fill one of them up at the station. The water tower is only about 5k to fill up. Takes too long by the pump. Sounds good. Water from the creek to the trailer. Like, basically, I don't want to have to bring this into town every time it runs out of water, which is why I got the diesel pump. in terms of the big water tower, what I normally do, by that point I do have mechanics. I've got my big wash plant going. So I normally have 2 power generators. And on one of them is all my big wash plant equipment, all my wash plant equipment. And 1 water pump. That water pump coming out of the tower, so I don't have to keep going back and fiddling with the nozzles. On the second one is all my clean out equipment, and 2 pumps are on the first one. The second pump fills up the water tower. And then on the other one is my clean out equipment, and another one to withdraw full of clean out equipment. Yeah, so am I. I'll explain. Hold on. In fact, I can't show you properly yet because I haven't fully done it on my other save, on the one where I've dug out a lot, but I can show you what I'm on about real quick. Do you like what I've done with the place? Right, so right now I've only got the 1 pump going. That one feeds everything. And that is currently plugged in. So this one here is my shaker, my conveyor, my jigs, all of that. There we go. Conveyor belt, container, belt, trommel, shaker, and both jigs. This one, big water pump, my wave table, my magnetite separator, my gold nuggetator. When I buy that, which I own this claim now, so I'm paying off a loan and then I'm buying that. I've got the teleport to town system. When I buy that, I will have this pump here hooked up with this generator, and it will pump into the tower. Then I'll have 2 over here, so that way I don't have to come over here each time, flip a nozzle or turn a dial, whatever, you know, the valves. So I'll have 1 attached to this one as well, which will feed back into this system. But because this one's on almost all the time, it'll be filling up as it's putting out as well, so the tower will be topping itself up more than it's outputting. This one will have a second one, which would only be for this. So, you know, I'm not going to be losing too much. Does that make sense to you? And forgive me if I'm wrong, but didn't this trommel used to turn graphically? I mean, if you stand on it, you can get it to... I swear I've had it moving before, like just by standing on it. What are they? Oh, they're jig buckets. But yeah, I spent way too much time on this one before actually getting to buy the site, which is why I've started in on the other one where I'm methodically going slowly. And I mean, I might come back to this one. I mean, I've spent a lot of time on it. And this is what I meant as well, by the way. Chop chop. I'd already dug that out before I drilled. Hey, keyboard and mouse time. I can't stand digging or driving with the keyboard and mouse. I've tried and I cannot get on with it at all. But for the fiddly stuff like this, I've got no issues. Oh, I had a water splitter. Oh well. I suppose I've got the extra hoses as well now. So do you guys actually own the game, or are you just big fans of watching people play? Either way is fine. You know, no issues with that, of course. It's just good to know, like, if I want to ask about different techniques and stuff. Grab the extension. Get in there. You're waiting for it to come out on console. That's fair enough. I mean, not everyone's a PC player. And if you already got the console, why would you fork out for the PC? It's understandable. I mean, I stopped playing console. The last major console that I had, if you don't count the ones I bought for my daughter, was a PS3. That's when I started doing my YouTube videos and all that back then. And I found I started playing on the PC more than a console, and it was basically not getting used, so I got rid of it and used the money to upgrade the PC parts. Is there any news, just out of curiosity, because I've not really been, not having a console obviously to play it on, I haven't really been following it, but the leaderboard, is that going to be cross console? Like can PC people battle versus console, for example? Fair enough. No, I mean, if you can't keep up with the maintenance, it's... Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. And consoles, every 2 years, you know, they come out with a new model, better tech and everything, and it costs a decent amount to get it, but it's a one-off price, isn't it? Unless something goes wrong with it. Whereas PC, obviously, you're paying on a part by part basis, aren't you? I understand that. I just put all of that in there, damn it. Wait for it. So I knew that would happen if I put things back in again. No idea. Oh, that's fair enough. I mean, it'd be an interesting idea, you know. Those who have been waiting to get it on console, I mean, they deserve something like that. Do you think they're gonna add more stuff to the game after the console version's out and they got rid of all the and they've finalised all the bugs and everything? Because obviously, I mean, it's going to be buggy to begin with. They're going to need hot fixes and stuff. I mean, they need them all the time with the PC version. So, you know, after a big change like this, it's going to be needed, isn't it? It doesn't have to be neat. I just want to put things, you know, where I know what they are, not just have a big old jumble of stuff. I'm not going to worry about the shelving right now. That can be just stuff if I pop on in between streams. It could, you know, just organise stuff maybe. Do it then. You're on tablet now, and you use it for all your stuff, not paying for another PC just for PC games. I mean, I don't just do it for PC games. I've dabbled in some animating using Blender. At the moment, I'm trying to learn how to model. Actually, I'm in the process of building a dragon, starting as a cube. Currently, I've made a head. No, I've got eyes. I've got a mouth. No teeth yet. No eyeballs. Just the eye sockets. You know. I've got a nose, nostrils, all from a cube, just like pulling it and pushing it, and not making two separate objects and sticking them together. But I made a couple of like Minecraft animations. Obviously, there's the editing and rendering of videos. I use it for music, watching things, you know. I tend to use my PC for most stuff. It leaves my daughter free to use the TV in the front room if she needs it, and for her Switch, or if she wants to watch a program. No arguments over who's watching what then, you know, or who's doing what. So next up, probably an idea to get the next excavator. 70,000. Aim for probably 80. By the time we get there, the price would have changed. It still sucks I don't have the Halloween one anymore on here. They let me keep hold of the Christmas one, but not the Halloween one. Yeah. Waste a grand. You know what, let's make it 2. Sod it. I wouldn't mind using the custom ones. I'm just not very good at using paint for design. I assume it's paint. Oh hell, paint or Photoshop. I'm not very good with that sort of designing aspect. And it's not just solo gaming either. I mean, a friend of mine who moved out of this town for job opportunities has a PC, so you know, we play Borderlands a lot, or Call of Duty Zombies. So I use it to keep up with friends and stuff as well. Even if it is gaming whilst I'm keeping up with them, but you know what I mean. Oh, hold on. Let's check something on a different tab real quick. Oh, okay. I had some notifications on Streamlabs, but it's just a bunch of random stuffs. So out of curiosity then, what can actually break down on this? The buttons? Well, I'm not really seeing anything. Unless it needs to be damaged first. I mean the wheels, of course. It's not even coming up with them, so maybe not whilst it's attached. That's not it. The amount of times I've gone down there thinking, without not because I wasn't paying attention, it's just that slant angle to a dirt path, thinking it's the one off in that direction down the road here. Oh, I know where all the people are. I know where everyone, this path here, I know where everyone in Haynes has gone, children and all. Okay, last time I was over here, I heard them all. I heard loads of people in here. I don't know what's happened to that sound clip then. If you were to go and watch the last stream over on YouTube, you'd hear it. That's weird. Make me out to be a liar. How dare you? Maybe it's because it's like 6 in the morning. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, it's night time. They're in bed. I don't actually know what time of day it was when I first heard them. So it's very possible that might be the thing. And did you know there are animals? They've actually put in animals into this game. I found them completely by accident a while back when I was going for one of the story pieces near the claim or on the claim. Yeah, see if I can find them again. They were around here somewhere. There's like a bunch of little deer. They just stood in spot, just grazing. I think there's one more story piece on this claim, but I've never found it. There's obviously the one over by the hog pan area. I don't know where I saw them then. They're not here. I don't know where I saw them. But I did see some. I'm not lying. Oh yeah, no, I know about the bear attacks, but I mean actual actual models that you can see. Oh, whilst we're here, get the Easter egg done. Grab that shovel. I mean, I don't know if this is a reference to old Arnold himself, this Easter egg. But it doesn't look old when you see him. So I really don't know. Where's that campfire? Oh look, he don't look old. Does he look like any of the characters to you? Kind of looks a little bit like Rick, maybe. Maybe. I mean, it's a stretch. So that's gonna. That's fine, Chop Chop. Sorry. Well, tomorrow this should be uploaded to YouTube if you're interested, and hopefully I'll be streaming again Saturday. Oh, it's a reference to. Oh. Okay. That's fine. Cheers. Thank you for stopping by. Nice chatting with you. Let's put this over here. Oh, okay. But I mean, I can see that. By the time this game was out, he probably would have passed at that by that point. So I can see where you're getting at. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Alright, so now we have a fully mobile setup. Completely mobile. I don't have to run off for like 500 yards to go and turn off the turn on the pump. Is there a zoom button on this one? No, they need to fit that in for the control pad, especially for console. So what time is it? 11. What I'm probably going to do then is fill up this bucket and then call it there myself. Go and chill out for an hour before I go to bed. Well, I'm hoping you guys who are watching this are enjoying it. I mean, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, of course, but it's a game that I love. I really love this game. I haven't enjoyed a game. This is a game that I can come back to again and again and again, and I haven't had a game like that since Borderlands 2. I mean, don't get me wrong, Borderlands 3 and Borderlands pre-sequel were good, but there's nowhere near as much as like Borderlands 2. So this is something that I can just, you know, want to come back to all the time. I'm playing another game and I suddenly get a craving for wanting to play this one. I'll tell you what, there is another game that I like playing a lot of, but starting over all the time, just seeing different ways of playing it. Oxygen not included. And that's another sort of slow paced, see how things progress kind of a game as well. So there's definitely a bit of a theme with me. So yeah, no, I really hope that you guys want to see more of this, whether you're watching stream or video of the stream. Of course, if you are watching it and you're enjoying it, a like would be fantastic. It would help me out tremendously. Hell, even if you don't like the game, still helps me out if you were to thumb it down. Apart from the fact of knowing that you don't like it, it helps get the video shown a bit more often in searches and stuff. Even the thumbs downs help with that aspect. So more people come to the channel, things pick up, you know. So I'm not like that. I'm not going to be like every episode, hey, give me a thumbs up. It's every now and then I might mention it, and this will probably be it for a while, saying it. So if you do, could just go ahead, give it a rating, up or down. That'd be fantastic. Great help. Thank you very much. And well, I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am. I really do. I really do like these sort of games. How much time do I have on this now? This keeps going up. Well, obviously, I mean, the more I play, the more it goes up. Where are you? Gold Rush. Currently at 790 hours of gameplay. That's a large portion of my life. I'm not getting, well, actually it's a relatively small portion of my life compared to the size of life, obviously, but oh god, here we go, try and figure this out now. So 790, so 24, 48. This is where I show you how bad I am at math. Bear in mind I'm tired. 11 o'clock at night, that's my excuse before I even start to get it wrong. So what was it? 48, so 72. That's 3 days. Whack a 0 on the end. 30 days. And there's still like a little bit left over. So literally if I sat there sat here for a month, a full month, no getting up, no eat, no stopping to eat, drink, go toilet, go work, do anything, no sleeping, just playing the game non-stop, 100%, plus 30 days plus change. That is what I've played of this game. That's some enjoyment of a game right there. Oh, okay, so now I'm pushing back the topsoil when I dig down, so I need to pick up some of that topsoil instead. This is where the reverse digging just crushes me. I'm so bad when it comes to that camera angle. Hey, wow, 6 ounce nugget. It's the biggest nugget we've found so far. What I'll probably do is clean out the couple of buckets that we've done as well. And I think between streams I might just reposition the equipment for a better way of doing this. Ready to go for the next stream. 97, 98%. $99, 100. Ah! Damn it. There's a hole there. Who put that hole there? I think it might have been Todd Hoffman doing one of his test buckets. Either that or his dad was trying to find the glory hole. Fiddly little dead zone garbage. Hello. Come on, stop. Why? Oh, it's got that bug. Alright, hold on. No. What the hell? Okay, so something's gone wrong here. Hold on, let's wait for action to finish saving. There we go. Load the game. Why is my equipment defective? What the hell is wrong here? What the hell is going on? Something's wrong with this. Something is definitely dodgy. Here, I can't start, I can't stop, I can't even pull the pipe out of this end. Tell you what, where's my truck? Well, that failed. Mainly because the pipe's in. As the pipe's in, it's locked into place. And now I can't get into my car. My truck. Right, okay, never mind, and I will deal with that off camera. Probably just needs a game shutdown to desktop to fix it. I can access that, that's fine. Oh. So it's the target lock is off. If I aim there, nothing. If I'm there, okay. So that's what the issue is. The calibration's off. Oh, turn off the engine. Come on. This is so stupid. I can't drive with the keyboard. And I was though. I was trying to get the pipe out. Look, I'm on keyboard and mouse right now. See down where it says controls. So, yeah. Just getting ridiculous. Okay. Save. I'm going to quit right out. You're going to have a black screen for a second. I'm going to quit right out to desktop. Or maybe I just need to... hopefully... Hopefully I won't get copyright for the music here. Try it from this screen. If it doesn't work, then I'll just end off the stream and we'll do the cleanup next time. My graphics card is a 1060 6 gig, so it's not too bad. Wait, what the hell? Telling me about my end of season clean out? I haven't even reached summer yet, but everything's working again now. Yeah, the GTX 1060 6GB RAM model. It's my motherboard and my CPU that needs an upgrade. I'm still on an AM3 socket for my CPU, and it's letting me down with some things now. My CPU is like my VR gaming. It's not good enough. Everything else is fine for the VR. Just the graphics card is lacking. CPU is lacking, rather. So I'm thinking maybe 12 ounces between those two buckets. I mean, that's not bad. Not the best, but it's not bad for what we're doing right now. Now 10 ounces, slightly less. Right then, I am going to end it off here. I'm just going to chuck these buckets back over. And I think in between streams, what I will do, I'm going to move all of that. I'm going to start over here, start working my way along that way. It will work out a lot better that way. I think I'm going to do a lot better, be a lot better off as a result. So I'll do that in between streams. Yeah, that's all working now as well. There you go, fill yourself up. How to waste fuel. Alright then everyone, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream, whether you're watching it now or on YouTube. And I will see you next time. The next time I will live stream is probably Saturday. 10? Roughly about 8:30 my time, which is GMT. Oh god, now you're asking. Hold on. Just to give a comparative point to start with, so people can work out what they're from, if they're in a, like say PST. So Pacific time is 8 hours behind me. So if I start at, so my streams for Pacific time people would be roughly 12:30 in the afternoon. Maybe that can help some of you work out your time zones if you're America side. Alright guys, well thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.